Okay, I'm gonna tell you my creepy Ouija board story. You can believe it or not. I don't force people to because I'm a good person. So, and please leave respectful comments. I hope so. If you could, it's under community guidelines. You have to. Because any rude comments I will block and ban. I do not appreciate that. This is a public website. People are free to leave their comments. Please drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. As say and do, I'm going to tell you this story. Well, it was Christmas 2017. My dad built me an Ouija board. I was so excited. I said, Dad, when is I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, calligraphy. So my dad was doing the calligraphy in that, and I noticed him doing the designs and looking up designs for Ouija boards. I knew something was up. So on Christmas Day, I saw this nice thing wrapped under the tree. So I opened it, and it was an Ouija board. It came with a planchette. Oh, God. Thank God. My dad built it. It was beautiful. So I decided to play around with it. I said, definitely, that was fun. So I used it. And my dad placed it under a light bulb, which unfortunately you should never do. And I told my dad from the beginning, you can't really place this under a light bulb, can you? He said, don't worry. I'll place it under the light bulb. I know my dad made a mistake doing that. So he placed it under the light bulb. Big mistake. Never ever place a Ouija board under the light bulb, folks. That's not a smart thing to do. So I'm like, okay, this isn't really wise, but my dad did it anyways, and knowing my dad, you can't tell him not to do it because he'll do it. So you put it under the light bulb. And my haunted doll, Tiffany, was vibrating, and the chandelier started swinging back and forth. I go, what? And then I noticed the lights were flickering on and off, and this was January 1st, 2018 this happened. And I'm like, no, don't do that, don't. And then I noticed the lights started flashing on and off, on and off, on and off. I said, no, this can't happen. Suddenly the light bulb just exploded for no reason, and my haunted doll was just vibrating out of control. I said, Dad, what happened? He said, I don't know. I said, that's because you placed the Ouija board under the light bulb. So he had to put an odd looking light bulb in to replace the blowing up light bulb. I said, Dad, why did you do it? I said, I don't know. So at that day on, I am going to warn people, never ever place a Ouija board under a light bulb. Ever since that day, really freaked me out. I said, maybe I won't ever put the Ouija board under a light bulb. So I took the Ouija board, the planchette, and moved it to another area so it wouldn't be under the light bulb. So I took it away from under the light bulb and put it in my closet. And ever since then, I've been keeping it in my closet because putting it under a light bulb's just asking for trouble and asking for the spirit to get more angry. So he didn't put that in the instructions. Well, here's the new rule. You never ever put a Ouija board under a light bulb. I don't know what you're thinking. If you want your chandelier to swing back and forth, that's what will happen. I think my dad messed with a very angry spirit, and now because of that, he placed it under a light bulb. I don't think he was very wise in his judgment, which my dad isn't always wise. But placing something like that under a light bulb's a very bad thing to do. I mean, if you're gonna mess around with that, at least don't put it under a light bulb. Please don't. I mean, you don't know what you're messing with. I mean, God. I said, what's going on? Why is the light bulb doing that, flickering on and off? And my dad said, the light bulb never does that. I said, doing that now. And then suddenly blew up, like smashed. I'm like, this, whatever was inside it really angered the spirit of that board. I said, what did you release, Dad? He said, nothing. I said, you released something from that board. Okay. So I just said, okay, I'm going to bed. Good night. He said, okay, good night. Walked the dog then. I didn't have a dog, so I just went to bed, stayed in my room, watched TV a bit. So I just told my dad that day. So I decided that, oh God, what is going on? And I never figured out from that day on why the light bulb would just violently blow up like that. It's never done that before. And since then, my dad never mentioned it. So from now on, my dad took the Ouija board and kept it away from the light bulb. So we moved the Ouija board away from the light bulb, so we didn't put it under the light bulb. So from now on, it cannot go under a light bulb. Because this is it. I placed it in my closet from now on, since that incident. Because I don't like talking about it, because it's scary incident. And that's my Ouija board story.